morning, Trojans.
I'm Ann.
I'm Mikey.
And I'm Lex.
Welcome back to STA21 News.
We have a fantastic show planned for you today, so let's get started.
Here's Aaron, Eleni, and Connor to talk about this year's fall show.
The weekend of November 20th, the drama department put on a performance of Noises Off.
The show was a comedy, and everyone who watched it couldn't hold back their laughter.
The department streamed it for everyone to see.
Putting on a show in the midst of a pandemic proved to be challenging.
But Miss Gossett and the cast and crew provided everyone with a little bit of laughter and a wonderful performance.
The show was a huge success, and the cast and crew all did an amazing job.
Now let's check out some interviews we have of some of the stars.
What was the hardest part about putting the show together?
I think the hardest part of putting the show together was being energetic throughout the whole show, because it was so physically demanding, and keeping up that energy throughout 3 acts was really challenging. So that was the most difficult thing for me.
I'd say the hardest part of the rehearsal process was memorizing everything we have to do. The play is a very long play, and there's a lot of lines and movements that we have to do. It's a very active play. So I'd say the hardest part was remembering everything we have to do, especially in what order.
Probably the hardest part of the rehearsal process was the physical aspect. There was a lot of moving around, opening doors, closing doors, moving props around. Especially in the second act of the show, it was just going back and forth, up and down stairs. That was definitely the hardest part for me, but I figured it out eventually.
What was it like being part of a small cast?
I really like being part of like a small cast because because usually for the musicals there's like a huge cast, like 40-something people, but then with this show it was a lot more easier to like get along with everyone, and it just really helped with like the companionship and like chemistry of our acting and stuff. So yeah.
Well, I think I was able to really grow close with everyone, and we were able to really work together and bounce ideas off of each other for sort of like moments that we can add into the script and just kind of make it a lot more fun and a little bit more personalized, I guess. It was just, and it was also just so easy to work with everyone as well.
Being in a small cast was a really fun experience. You get to form a personal relationship with everyone that you know in the cast, and we all work together very well, so we got to overcome the fact that we might not be working with people that we know. Overall, it was a fun experience, and I really enjoyed working with a small cast.
So what was your favorite moment of this show?
I think my favorite part of the show was when my character Selson made his big monologue where he jumps out of a window and just steals everything in the house and then leaves.
My favorite part was Act 2, definitely. It was so incredibly challenging, but it was so rewarding to just hear the audience laugh, and they loved it, and that was my favorite part.
My favorite moment in the show is when we finally finished building the set, and because we already had the blocking for everything, but we weren't able to apply it to the set. So once we finally got the set for the show, we were able to apply our knowledge of the set and use doors and use props, and it was just a really fun time.
Now let's hear about this year's gobbling contest.
The week of November 16th, we held our annual gobbling contest.
The contest consisted of STA seniors recording creative takes on the typical turkey call that would be judged by the school community.
Some students chose to incorporate song instrumentals while others performed their gobbles a cappella.
Another challenge was that all the participants needed to remain anonymous.
We were able to get an interview with our 2 winners.
Let's check it out.
How did you come up with your gobble?
So basically our thought process behind this was to come up with something that was popular. So we did a TikTok song. We did Mood Swings by Pop Smoke and Lil TJ. He was Lil TJ. I was Pop Smoke.
Was it hard to keep it a secret?
Oh, it was most definitely difficult to keep it a secret. I mean, like, especially amongst friends, because we thought it was just so funny, and we couldn't really tell anyone. And people kept asking if we were in it, and so we could neither confirm nor deny if we were in it.
Indeed.
Which gobble, besides your own, was your favorite?
Personally, I'd say my favorite was probably the one that P3 made. You know, they had the whole class in it. And probably a runner-up second was the one that was Hedwig's theme.
Hedwig's theme was pretty good.
It was pretty good.
All of our seniors were excited to have their gobbles played and of course to receive their pins and roach cookies.
Back to you.
Thanks, guys.
Those events were a great way to kick off Thanksgiving break.
Now let's hear about this year's Aquinas Star Mass.
Here's Jimmy and Victoria.
On December 9th, we held our annual Aquinas Star Mass for our Aquinas Star, Rocco.
Unfortunately, Rocco was unable to attend, but his grandparents came in his honor.
Due to the difficulties of COVID-19, only a select few faculty members and students were present at the Mass.
But the whole school kept Rocco in their prayers.
The STA community raised money for Rocco and his family to buy gifts that we hope they enjoyed.
Now, let's hear about our first ever Christmas tree lighting.
On December 10th, we held STA's first Christmas tree lighting ceremony.
The ceremony brought students together to celebrate the beginning of the Christmas season.
As Father Keith blessed the tree, we turned on the lights and enjoyed Christmas carols sung by our school's music department.
We even had a surprise visit from Santa.
Back to you.
That's all we have for you today.
Signing off, I'm Ange.
I'm Mikey.
And I'm Lex. See you next time.